So welcome to Sophia Bondikov's Division I signing to Binghamton University for swim. These are always incredibly exciting events. You can clap. Let's clap. I want to recognize members of our school community who have joined us today for this celebration. We have our superintendent who's here, Dr. Wold. And we have our president of our school board here, Mrs. Kelly Kozak. And then over here to my left, of course, we have two of our assistant principals, well, our only two assistant principals, Mr. Mastrota and Mrs. Pace. And then I already talked to Mr. Galano. We're going to allow him to, he's going to introduce all of the athletic community that are here and turned out for Sophia today. I also want to recognize her science research teacher who is here, Allison Blunt. As I read about Sophia, you can see that she's played a large role in Sophia's walk and journey here at Harrison High School. And I was just saying to Sophia that I just really feel like I've gotten to know her by talking to a lot of the people who had amazing things to say about her today. So I want to share some of those things that I've kind of compiled together. We are thrilled, of course, to celebrate Sophia as an extraordinary scholar athlete whose achievements exemplify the values of Harrison High School: academic excellence, extracurricular dedication, and service to our school community. Sophia has embraced one of the most challenging academic paths as an IB diploma candidate, excelling in higher level courses such as English literature, psychology, biology, alongside her AP calculus, having already completed her IB math last school year. She's also taking IB economics and IB Spanish. In our science research program, Sophia has excelled by pursuing a project titled, ready for this, The Extent to Which Anthocyanins, sure I said that incorrectly, from tart cherry extract improve performance and decrease inflammation in Drosophila melanogaster. Sorry that I didn't say that correctly. She was inspired by her swim coach, who is here with us today, his recommendation of tart cherry juice for athletic performance. Sophia designed an innovative experiment using genetically modified fruit flies to study the juice's effects on inflammation. I'm sure it's fun to have those in her teacher, Miss Blunt, describes Sophia as one of the most outstanding students she teaches and highlights her resourcefulness and determination. Sophia mastered complex tools like a fluorescence microscope, built and repaired a power tower to exercise her flies, and meticulously prepared different doses of tart cherry juice for testing. Miss Blunt notes, Sophia is the full package. She takes risks, puts in the time and effort, and she succeeds. Sophia's impact extends even further as a founding member of our Writing Center. She served as a writing fellow, a selective role that required an interview, specialized training, and a willingness to give up a lunch period every other day to support her peers. Miss Riley, who oversees the Writing Center, describes Sophia as an observer of people who provides insightful feedback and approaches her work with compassion. Sophia's contributions extend beyond the classroom and laboratory. For her CAS project as part of the IB Diploma program, she combined her compassion for animals and creativity by building birdhouses for an animal shelter. These birdhouses were placed outside windows to provide enrichment for the shelter cats, which, me being a lover of cats, loved that idea. And the cats, of course, enjoyed watching the birds. This project is a testament to Sophia's thoughtfulness and desire to make a meaningful impact on her community. Her counselor, Mrs. Chilella, commends Sophia's extraordinary ability to manage her time, balancing rigorous academics, extracurricular commitments, and service while excelling in all areas. Her academic record includes her earning summa cum laude honors. She, of course, exemplifies resilience and dedication, according to her counselor. Sophia, your achievements inspire us all. You are a shining example of what it means to be a scholar athlete, a leader and a compassionate contributor to your community. As you embark on this exciting new chapter as a Division I athlete, we are confident that you will continue to thrive and achieve greatness. So congratulations to you. We are incredibly proud to have been a part of your journey. Thank you. time.
Just walk off.
Walking off.
Welcome. I just want to introduce two other people, Miss Robin Webb, our athletic secretary, and Danny Gonzalez, our assistant AD. Behind the scenes, they have a lot of jobs. Danny's down at the middle school, so we got to see Sophia dominate the pool. So thank you two for being here as well. Wow, that was amazing. And one of the things I took away is that you give up your lunch. I could never do that. So, the IB is up here, but giving up lunch for me would be pretty hot. But, obviously, Ms. Binghamton said it beautifully. You've done an amazing job here, not only being obviously a student, but an athlete, and then representing us how we want to be represented. You're selfless. She's very nervous right now because she doesn't like attention, which is shocking because she's so dominant in the pool. And she's just the type of person that rubs off on other people. I like to tell stories. There was a student in my office yesterday. She's actually signing a Division I letter of intent as well. And she was sitting in my office. She said, "Oh, when's Sophia signing?" And I said, "Oh, tomorrow." And she said, "I just admire her." And I said, "Oh, why?" And she said, "The way that she goes about the work that she does." And I said, "Tell me more." I was trying to get my speech all set up. So the child said, she's in a few of your classes, and she said that the way she is, so humble with the way she does her work, the level of rigor that she takes and risks that she takes, and then how she acts with her peers. She is selfless, will do whatever is best for the team. And this young lady said, I can only hope to be what Sophia is. So, that's a peer saying that. That's not myself. That's not a teacher. That's someone else in your class who sees you for what you are. You are a selfless human being that wants what's best for everyone. And, the work you've done in the pool, Coach will talk about that, and that speaks for itself. But most importantly for me is the type of person that Binghamton's getting. So you are going to be highly successful in the swimming area. But as far as the academics, some of the things that you're doing in science research and some of these other things, I read your recommendation. I was blown away with what you do. So, you are the meaning of a student athlete, and we're going to miss you. And obviously that pool is going to miss you. The record board is shattered. Your name's going to be pretty much just pasted on the wall. So I know Coach will speak about that, but I wanted to say thank you for representing us for who you are, who we want to be, and I know at Binghamton you represent Harrison, so thank you for all you've done and all that work you put in behind the scenes. I know it's not easy, especially the swim world of swimming outside of school and taking all these rigorous courses. So remember, once a Husky, always a Husky, and we thank you for what you've done for us. So without further ado, I know Mr. Deerstein is the complete opposite and has a few words to say.
I'll try to keep it
Keep it to about 20 minutes. Obviously, I speak to coaches all the time, and Coach Deerstein's been around for a while. I won't say how long, but he's been coaching and he's seen many athletes. And obviously, I don't want to steal his speech, but when we talked about Sophia, he got emotional, and that shows what you mean to us and what you mean to coach. So. Without further ado, Coach Deerstein.
Thank you very much, Mr. Galano. Thank you, that's all right. I just want to start with a great big thank you to Mr. Galano, Mr. Gonzalez, and Ms. Webb. I rely on them a lot, and they have always been there to help us out. Coach Gonzalez at the middle school is always there. I always know I have Chris here, and poor Robin Webb. The things that we have to go through, but I'm sorry, but I thank you so much for all of the help through the years. I've been the head coach now of this team since 2001. That's a long time ago for me. It seems like just yesterday. But since I got the job back in 2001, there has been one name on the record board that everybody comes in and looks up at. And we say, who's T. Evers? Because T. Evers started high school in 1987 at Harrison High School, the same year I started high school at Iona Prep. So my response is always, I don't know. But T. Evers had 6 records on our record board. That's a lot. That includes relays and everything, but that's a lot. There's only 11 spots on the board. And year after year, who's T. Evers since 1987? For 2 decades, over 2 decades I've been the coach, and T. Evers has dominated our record board. And every time somebody asks, who is T. Evers? I say, I think her name was Tricia, but that's all I got for you. You know, I have just bits and pieces of information. Well, we have a new record holder who has 7 records on our record board. And S. Bondikov. When people ask me, who's S. Bondikov in the future, I'm going to have an awful lot to say. I'm not going to look and go, I don't know. I am going to have a lot to say because I have gotten to know this spectacular young lady over the years. I've gotten her grow into who she is as a young adult now. We've traveled together. We've had conversations that kind of go beyond just that of coach and athlete. You know, when we're hundreds of miles away and it's just the 2 of us. And we know school's going on back here, but the 2 of us are in a different location. It causes a bond that will be there forever. And when people ask, who's S. Bondikov in the future? I could talk about her swimming and how she dominated in the water. I could talk about all of the state champions. God, many all leagues, so many all sections. We've been to the state championship now 5 times. It's been a long road, but I'm not going to, the first thing that comes to my mind isn't her swimming. The first thing that I will be talking about will be her character, because that's what I will remember the most. We're talking about somebody who puts other people first all the time. We're talking about somebody that looks to make life better for those around her, no matter what it takes. We're talking about somebody that always is selflessly looking to make the world, her school, her team, her community, a better place. Not just accepting what it is as it is. Somebody that takes the time and attention to get to know those people who need help. Somebody who looks to solve problems and not cause them. There are not enough people like this in the world today, and we got one sitting with us today. So when I say, when people ask who S. Bondikov is, and I'll have a lot to say, yeah, I'll have a lot to say about who she was as an individual. Her character is what we want from our future athletes. The attitude, her composure under pressure, her ability to speak to other people who are nervous, who are developing, who have, you know, a big event coming up and they don't, and this is somebody who's been there, who can advise them. Yeah, that's stuff that we can touch upon. But let me tell you, when it comes down to what we want our athletes to exemplify, academically, of course we're talking athletically, that's why we're all here. Socially, you know, we're in an age where a lot of socialization takes place digitally. Well, we got somebody, yeah, that's everybody. But socially, being able to speak to somebody one-on-one when you see they need help, or just to communicate to them, that's rare. So as Bondikov, you are going to be on our walls for at least 2 decades, if it's any indication of what T. Evers did. And I love the fact that your resume will be on our walls probably for 3 decades. Long after I'm gone, some other coach is going to be standing on deck getting the question, who was S. Bondikov? But before that coach takes that job, I will make sure I let him know exactly who S. Bondikov was, so that he can let that team know, so that her influence can continue to grow. So what she did for our team does not end here. So that what she did for our team continues on through my tenure and beyond. And I couldn't imagine a better gift that an athlete could give back to a coach. And that's what we've got from S. Bondikov today. Sophia, I don't even know where to begin, because I don't know what to do without you. You've grown into my life in so many ways. We've grown attached in some very interesting ways. We've had experiences, and you've become, when I think back on my swimming years, you're the first thing that comes to mind because of our experiences, because of our time, but mainly because of what you bring to our team and what you've brought year after year. You know, you brought a lot of smiles, but you've brought a certain level of competitiveness back to the team that wasn't lost, but you reminded us of what we're doing, what it means to be an elite athlete, what we should all be shooting for. And because you are the top. You will be, as far as I am concerned, the greatest Harrison varsity swimmer that we have ever had. You've beaten T. Evers. You've taken down the Dragon, and I congratulate you. And it's been a wild ride. Thank you. It's been great. And thank you so much, swimmers, for being here, students for being here, of course, our athletic staff, administrators, of course, Ms. Webb, thank you again. And Dr. Tyler, thank you so much for coming in, too. We appreciate everybody that is here to show support as she steps foot on her new road. And thank you very much, everybody, one and all.
As you can tell, he's an English teacher. He likes to speak.
I do.
It was good words.
Thank
Good
you.
words.
Thank you.
I know this is not comfortable for you, but would you like to say a few words? Maybe just thank a few people, especially the person to your left.
Oh my God, I forgot to thank Ernesto. Thank you so much, Ernesto. That's my bad. I've also grown, we've also grown together. Ernesto and I, we've grown together as parent to parent, as we've seen Soph excel over the years. So Ernesto, thank you so much for entrusting me. Also,
And you would like to say?
Yeah.
you don't have to, so it's up to you.
Hello.
All right.
I'm getting over my fear of public speaking right now, but I would first like to thank everyone for being here. It really means a lot, and I really couldn't have gotten to this point without anyone here. And I would also like to shout out my dad. Thank you for everything.
Especially for being a fan.
Well, congratulations. And now you're going to sign the document that doesn't really mean much, but you can sign it. So we'll sign it and date it, and then we'll take a few pictures. This is officially, and you're now a part of Binghamton. And it's official. As the school, people come up, school adults, and then friends and teammates can take pictures next. You say, yeah.
Yes, I do.